Hey everyone, Jocular Claymore here, and welcome back to Dawntrail. Yes, we did it, we're back. Okay, so I had to use a workaround. So the Square Enix website has an in-game currency or a different kind of currency called Krista, which you have to buy with real money, with PayPal if you have it. And then you can use that Krista to pay for other services, including a subscription fee. So I used Krista basically to get myself another month of this game. To my knowledge, Square has still not fixed the issue with the debit cards, and I think it's only in North America that people are having issues. But anyway, found a workaround, and we're back now to Dawntrail. Last episode, we completed our first duty, Ihui Katumu, and made it here to a new area, to the land of Kozamalka, and I think there's going to be a Moblin village here. And we had some cutscenes where the party was listening to Woklamat because she was finally getting some stuff off her chest and feeling inadequate and comparing herself to her brothers, the other competitors in the Rite of Succession. It was basically a group therapy session, and I think we managed to help her out for the time being. So that's great. We also got some insight on what's going on with the others. So we have Kona, who is being accompanied by none other than Thancred and Urianje, who are engaging in friendly rivalry with the rest of us. And then we saw the different perspectives from the other contestants, including Zoralja and Kona and Bakul Jaja. So funny enough, I wrote myself the names of the characters, made myself a little cheat sheet so that it's easier to remember. But anyway, next thing we're going to do is talk to Erinville, who has our next quest for us, a leaking work pot. Erinville is concerned about dangers on the road. So yeah, we're continuing the Rite of Succession, trying to find the City of Gold and all that. So without further ado, let's start the episode. I also thought it'd be a fun idea to equip the minion roulette so that we can click it and get a random minion. I was thinking of doing this for every episode, so we'll see how that goes. Right now we have Smaller Study, which is from the Nier Automata crossover from Shadowbringers. Let's see who we get now. Wind Up Porum. Alright, welcome to the episode. So yeah, I thought it'd be fun to change up the minions every episode. And then the mounts are still going to be at random. Anyway, we're all standing in the rain. Let's just try to get out of here, shall we? The Moblin settlement of Earthenshire is not far from here, but be warned, the road we'll be taking is a favorite hunting ground for bandits. Got it? With the stairs currently impassable, there will be fewer travelers, meaning the brigands will be desperate for victims to ambush. Although considering present company, I suppose my concern is unwarranted. Yeah, damn right, we're the warrior of light, baby. Ain't nothing stopping us. We've saved the world 1,000 times over. Bandits on the road? What have Zorolja and the Landsguard been doing? Seems it's up to me to restore order to the area. And off she goes again. For now, we'll head west and aim for the bank of the second river. Alright. Oh, and also off camera, before my subscription ran out and this whole thing happened, I went and explored the rest of this area looking for ether currents to attune to. And as you can see here, the compass does not detect any nearby currents. So I think for now, we found them all. Or at least we found all the ones we can at this point. But we still cannot fly. So that tells me that we have more story progression to do. Some weather we're having. Alright. Here's the gang. Well, where are these bandits? Apparently, they're not foolish enough to attack a party of this size. Earthenshire is just a little farther ahead, on the opposite bank of Mia Kabek Soma, but let's remain vigilant all the same. Alright, let's go again. Percy. It's also been super hot here. As you can see, it's like not even 11:30 at night, and the apartment is just so warm. We're also on the second floor, and as you know, heat rises, so we get all the heat. Really sucks. Yeah, so we're heading to the village now. I believe I already attuned to their aetherite. I'll check just to be sure. Cutscene. This is it, the village where the Lay of Pots from the Thuliolal saga took place. Earthenshire, Idleshire. Might the similarity be a cultural inclination, I wonder? The settlements themselves couldn't be more different, though. This shire appears custom-built to resemble Potts, while the other is a repurposed town. That's a moblin. Welcome to Earthenshire. Do I have the pleasure of happy greeting the Third Promise and her retinue? That's us. We're looking for the Dawn Servant Elector, if you happen to know who that is. You're exchanging tongue flaps with her right now. Rhetorok is the Elector you seek. Oh, that's helpful. We can cut straight to performing the feat. As much as Rhetorok would like to do just that, we have a much more pressing worry. The storm which hit our village shattered the cliffs and dropped rocks on our brain cases. Many help hands for the Potsworn were injured. This is no time for feats or metal tests. I'm sorry to hear that. After learning what the storm did to the stairs, I fear you'd been caught in its path. Not to change the subject, but what are the Potsworn? Goldsmiths contracted to work for the Moblins. The word comes from the pot-like workshops where they practice their craft. The Moblins provide these Potsworn with tools, materials, living quarters, everything the artisans could possibly need. This allows them to concentrate on producing what is widely known as the finest gold and metalwork in Tudal. Oh, who's this? This is unacceptable. I was promised no distractions. Disappointed artisan. If this is the best they can offer, I should have never left Wachumeki Meki. Yeah, also standing in the rain just makes things more miserable, huh? That was an interesting shot. You see? The Potsworn desert us. Without enough healthy help hands, we are failing to uphold our side of the Pot Pact. Should all our Potsworn leave, Earthenshire will grind to a halt. We have to do something, and do it soon. Then let us stand in for the injured helpers. It will give me the chance to learn more about your people and your village, and if it brings us closer to beginning the feat, then all the better. This isn't strictly part of the contest, so don't feel obligated to join in. Take a rest while you can. Of course I'll help. I could use a nap. Yeah, let's help. I was hoping you'd say that. I actually wasn't sure I could do this on my own. We'll all help. I doubt any of us could just sit around and watch. We'll take every help hand we can get. Rhetorok truth swears that once the Potsworn have their perfect workshops again, we will commence the feat with all haste. You and the Third Promise can assist help hand Rakarok. You other four, follow Rhetorok. There are other help hands in need of hand lending. I like the way they talk. I really appreciate you pitching in. You think, like, if we chose to take a nap instead, that we would still have to help? The dialogue would just find a way to get us to help. I meant what I said at many fires. There'll be no more feigning strength. No more playing at being an invincible promise. There you go. If there's one thing I've learned on this journey, it's how practiced you are at aiding those in need. And I mean to make the most of having such an incredible mentor at my side. Aw, thanks. Now, let's find this Rakarok fellow and see what we can do for him. Alright, so let's go speak with Rakarok. There you are. Rakarok can't meet his obligations without more help hands. The pot pact is broken, and the pots are emptying. You've come to aid Rakarok? Rakarok accepts your hand lending with joyous field smiles. If we can offer the Potsworn their promised good living, we might save the day yet. Whatever you need. Cool. Oh yeah, I also forgot to mention that off camera, I equipped the new items that I got from the duty finder and changed my appearance in order to keep it more or less uh, what I've always looked like. It looks like we got new weapons. Let's see. No, we currently have the highest gear, so we're good. Alright, what else? Rakarok needs help learning about the Potsworn Kahe. What Rakarok needs is for new help hands to create good living for Potsworn Kahe. The help hand assigned to Kahe was hurt during the rock rain, so Rakarok took over, but he knows nothing of Kahe. What does Kahe want? What does Kahe need? Help hands do not bother the Potsworn with straight tasks. Our job is to observe and anticipate, to prepare things with guess think. Please, guess think with Rakarok. Find out what Kahe is lacking so we can provide it. You can count on us. This is where Kahe works, is it? Let's take a peek inside then. Yeah, it looks really hot in there with the giant furnace. That must be Kahe. It'd be a lot quicker if we could just talk to him, but that's not the way they do things around here, apparently. We'll have to leave him be and try our hand at some guess think. Inspect the workshop. You may move the camera as well as zoom in and out. Got it. It's strange that we have to, like, guess think on what's bothering them. Like, just ask them. Okay, so we have the tools. Those tools are looking pretty worn down. Maybe it's time for some new ones? This furnace, probably? No? I would think that this is what's making him hot, because he looks hot. Okay, let's look at him. He must be boiling sitting so close to the furnace, and there's no airflow to speak of. How could anyone work in that stifling heat? Yeah. Okay, next. Crafting materials. Well, he has no shortage of crafting materials. There must be something else he's missing. Untouched meal. Ooh, that looks good. He's barely touched his meal. That dish is meant to be eaten hot or loses its savor. Alright, that's everything. Alright, after taking a good look, I think I have an idea of what things Kahe might want to improve his working conditions. Let's head back outside and talk to Rakarok. Alright, so we went in and did not talk to him, we guest thought. You made your observations? What did you guess think? First off, I noticed Kai hasn't touched his food, and an empty belly can't be good for his concentration. Maybe the cooking isn't to his liking? But our food is very mouth-pleasing. Why wouldn't he want to eat it? But Rakarok is sure of nothing when it comes to Kai's tastes. I can help you with that. My brother Kona is also Hitsaro, and while everyone has their personal preferences, there are some they tend to share. Like an aversion to piping hot dishes. If it was brought to him like that, Kai probably wouldn't have been able to eat it until it cooled down, and by the time he came back to it, he might have found it cold and unappetizing. The simplest solution is to serve dishes that taste good no matter the temperature. Rakarok never would have thought of that. Would the third promise mind explaining these things to our cook? Not at all, but I don't think that was the only reason Kai couldn't concentrate. The Hitsaru homeland is hot and dry, though even Kahe seem to be suffering in front of that furnace. Is there any way you could cool down the workshop? Yeah, like some air conditioning. Oh, we could try a drafty shard. They make a lovely breeze. Drafty shard. Do you know where we can get one of those? You can gather them from the shoals of no return. There are many old boats there, abandoned by those who gave up on their search for the Golden City. So we salvaged them from the wrecks. Could you handle that for us, Odd? Oh, and one more thing. From what I could tell, Kai's files and saws and things were very worn down. Maybe a new set of tools is in order? Ah! Rakarok was too preoccupied with stocking materials, a serious oversight which he will rectify. Supplying good tools for good living is a help hand's responsibility. Then we all have work to do. We can meet back here when our tasks are done. The shoals of no return are past the crags through a tunnel southeast of here. You should be able to spot the passage from just outside the village. Man, I could use some drafty shards right now. It's really hot in this apartment. Okay. Look around for a tunnel from the vantage point. Okay, we're not too far. We can cut through here. There it is. You're odd, aren't you? What brings you out here? Ah, the issue with caring for the Potshorn. When they approached me with that same problem, I suggested they commission artisans in Charlian instead. The quality of craftsmanship would be guaranteed after all. However, the Moblins did not care for the idea. Surely it would be more effective to engage a uniformly trained collective. I cannot understand their fixation on individual contracts. Perhaps the custom will make more sense once we begin the feat of pots. Until then, we've been deemed unfit to assist in the matter of help hands, and are instead tasked with tending the injured. We were on our way back from procuring herbs for Orionje, in fact. Settlements in Kozamalka, too, have been isolated by the storm's destruction. What would have become of the wounded had we not found a way here? Should I become Dawn Servant, one of my first acts will be to establish reliable trade routes to the capital. When I imagine how much good we can achieve with Charlian technology. My apologies, I have much to consider. If you will excuse us. We'll meet again soon, I'm sure. Take care, Odd. You spot the tunnel opening, head through the passage to the shoals of no return, and recover the drafty shard. Alright? Miyakabe Zoma. Yeah, I recognize this place that Aaronville had mentioned. Okay, we're getting somewhere. Excellent. Now these look like broken ships, and yeah, we made it. Okay, fiery orange crystal. And we got an achievement. Nice. This crystalline shard is faintly warm to the touch. It does not appear to be the wind crystal you see. Yeah, we don't want to make Kai too hot. Pale blue, bright green. Let's check them out. This crystalline shard emanates a soothing whisper of wind. It seems you found the crystal Rakarok sent you to salvage. Awesome. Alright, and now we can go back to Earthenshire. Found it. Is that a cool breeze Rakarok feels? Yep, it sure is. Yes! Thank you for seek finding a drafty shard. Rakarok will add it to the new set of tools he brought. And I come bearing good food tidings. The cook has prepared a feast fit for the most discerning Hetsuro, and it's on its way even as we speak. Let's go in and see what Kahe thinks of our efforts. He'll throw a fit like, what the fuck is this? He'll go all Gordon Ramsay on the dish. No, he looks happy. You're also wearing many layers, my guy. I was wondering what occasion called for me to receive so many visitors. A fine meal, new tools, and a welcome source of cool air. Now I remember why I signed a pot pact. I'm grateful for your kind considerations. Allow me a moment or two, and I'll reciprocate with a peace worthy of a potshorn. Yeah, look at us helping people. It's what we do, you know? An oil lamp to brighten the halls of Valachunsa. The craftsmanship satisfies Earth and Shire's reputation for quality, I trust? Yeah, it's the Pentagon, that's cool. Oof, God, such luster, such brilliance. Truly a gift fit for the Dawn servants. I'm glad you like it. Considering the time I've wasted till now, I hope to continue crafting at this improved pace. I have a contract to fulfill after all. Hey, it's Kona. Forgive my interruption. Lamati, I am told the Elector has deemed the crisis past and is prepared to task us with defeat. That's great news. Thank you for letting me know. Yeah, and that's nice of Kona to let Wuk-Lamat know. Like, that's sportsmanship, you know? Because they are technically competing against each other, but he was nice enough to let her know. So this is the craft of the Potsworn. It is indeed a masterful piece. Thank you for your words of praise, Second Promise. I drew inspiration from Kozamalka's natural beauty and sought to capture it in my work. I wondered why the Moblins did not simply build a workshop in the city, and now I have my answer. Even Charlian goldsmiths cannot easily replicate such exquisite artistry. One cannot create great things if one lacks creative impetus. Tuliolal, fortunately, does not want for inspiration. Anyone wishing to learn the basics of a craft would do well to study it there. I was raised among Hitsaro more traditional than most, and the shared ingenuity of Turel's various peoples was eye-opening. You lived as a traditional Hitsaro? I have few fond memories of nomadic life. Alright, well, I guess you'll end it there. Doesn't want to talk about it. Hi, Rakarok. Rakarok is very grateful to you. I thank you for both your hard work and clever guesting. When it comes to help handing, knowing the Potsworn really is important. Well, that's true for pretty much everyone you meet. It's a lesson I've had drummed into me several times already on this journey. Nice. Let's see, we got chest gear. Next, let's talk to Kona. Kona has details to share concerning the forthcoming feat of pots, alright? The Elector bids the claimants assemble in the large building on the west side of the village. I will head over after finding Thancred and Urianger. Ah, I also ran into the Levelier twins on the way here. Yeah, that's Alphino and Alizé. I took the liberty of directing them to the venue. That was nice. We're rivals. It's not his job to make sure I know the feat is starting. But even now, he's conscientious to a fault. Yeah, see, even she notices. Anyway, let's not keep Redorock waiting. Okay. Here we are. Bacaw. Why do they all start that way? Redorock thanks you for assisting Helpan Rakarok. She will announce the feat once the other claimants arrive, so please be patient a little while longer. Sunshine. I'm happy to report that we were able to convince one of the Potsworn to stay. How did you fare? Good. So you managed to do the same. Splendid. Oh, what's that? Ah, Zorolja and Sarilja. Welcome to Earthenshire, First Promise. We support your plans for salt crossings and the new Potsworn they will bring. Hail the mighty Zoralja! He cleared many piles of rockfall as if they were pebblestones, the resilient son of Dawn servants. Zoralja was clearing fallen rocks? I'm surprised he would volunteer his time for anything unrelated to the contest. Well, well, we meet again. And Bakul Jaja is here. Just in time for the feat to begin. I'll bet he was already here laying low while the rest of us did all the work. Yeah. Claimants, your attention, please. As Redorock has explained, many of our Potsworn left us following the storm. The precious metalwork crafted by those artisans bring in much jingly shine from across the salt. I love that word. Should our stream of trade goods dry up, Earthenshire will suffer. Duliolel merchants will suffer. So Redorock sets you this feat. Each of you are to find one clever hand goldsmith to bring back here to us. So we're to recruit new Potsworn. Makes sense for the feat of pots. Calling this a feat does not justify taking advantage of the claimants and their influence. How does finding workers for you demonstrate their worthiness for the throne? You are free to refuse Redorock's request. She will be happy to inform the Dawn servant of Zoral Ja's disqualification. Yeah, it doesn't even bother giving an explanation. It's just like, yeah, I mean, you can refuse, but we'll tell on you. The right is a means to an end. The steps we take to get there are not important. Then Redorock declares the feat of pots begun. But remember, a pot pact must be agreed to willingly. No grab snatching or deceitful tongue flaps. Yeah, that's really important. You got to do it honestly, and recruit people with consent. That might be a problem for Bakul Jaja. The elector said nothing of taking a willing artisan from a rival. Oh, God. Which is exactly what we should do. A fine suggestion, brother. I'm glad you think so, brother. Come, let us lay our plans. Yeah, something tells me that the Mystic Head is really the one calling the shots here. And then the Mighty is just the muscle, you know, being mighty and all. The muscle, but they share a body. I don't know how that works. Anyway, that nasty brute is up to something. Aye, he may seek to delay us again as he did on the river. We can but remain vigilant while we plot our course. What do you think, Book Lamont? Have you any candidates in mind to satisfy this feat? I know some artisans amongst my supporters, but they're all in their twilight years. So they're all old. I couldn't ask them to give up the comforts of Duliolal to live in this remote village, no matter how beautiful the scenery. Meanwhile, Kona probably has 100 young craftspeople to choose from. Not that I'm comparing us, you understand. That's just statement of fact. I suppose we could try asking around Meki Meki. I'm trying, y'all. That seems a logical place to start. Back to Duliolala it is. Yeah. Alright, so we're going back to the city. Wait, does that mean we have to take the boat again? Or you could just teleport like we do. No, 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 I can't do it. I can't stomach another boat ride. But you know what? This is great because she's communicating. You said I should share my burden, so I will speak plainly. Yes, exactly. Exactly. So this is progress. This is progress. The truth is, I get really, really sick on boats. Honey, we know. But I'm glad you told us. Look, Lamont, this is hardly news. But it was brave of you to admit. In any case, we won't be fighting the current this time. Heading downriver will be much smoother. It will? Are you sure? Oh my god, her eyes! That's adorable. I love her so much. I'm positive, mostly. Oh, that's awesome. I love the characters and the writing so much. Oh, we're already here. Okay. I need a moment. Upriver or downriver, the Huikatumu is too rough for me. The nausea is a bit more bearable now that I've stopped trying to hide it, but I'd still rather not set foot on a boat if I can help it. Alright, I think I'm ready. Let's see if Massaropoli can help us recruit a potsworn. Awesome. This will also give me a good chance to do a quick errand. I gotta check with my retainers, see if they got money and stuff for me. Again, retainers are NPCs that you can send out to the world, and they get you money and rare items, and you can sell them on the market, stuff like that. Alright, now that's done, I want to sell the gold that they got me. Awesome. Can we compare that to what I have on? Oh yeah, that's way better. Then how come? Can I equip it? So if we remove these, will that change anything? Because you also can't enter certain duties if your item level. Oops. If your item level is not high enough. Okay, I think I know why. Because it's not in the inventory. It's not in the armory chest, pretty much. Yeah, so you have an inventory of all your items, and then you have an armory chest where, like, your armor goes, and I don't have space there, so let's see if I can sell one. Yeah, sure. Okay, now, go here, and send this to the armory chest. We'll sort this out. There we go. Yeah, so that's what you have to do. I keep forgetting. Ooh. That looks cool. We're going to go ahead and cast a glamour to put on our jacket. Yeah, this one. Yeah. Dye this black. Ah, my pants! There we go. And then we gotta get our, what do you call it, materia. Here, right here. Yeah. Go to equipped. Yeah, and then we need to put this stuff. So you can get the highest that you can. And for a tank like myself, I keep forgetting, but I think critical hit and direct hit are the more important ones. We'll put on critical hit. And now we're at item level 640. Now we can continue with the quest. We want to go to Wachumeki Meki. So let's go to our ether that's nearby and do that. Wachumeki Meki! Alright. And then go find Roughly, who should be down here. Yep. Awesome. Greetings, Third Promise. What brings you back to Wachumeki Meki? You've not chipped your axe again, have you? No, Master Roughly. Actually, I have a favor to ask. Oh, okay, so she was telling him. So what do you think? Do you know of any craftsmen who might be interested? Filching my artisans for the moblins, eh? Well, seeing as it's the Third Promise making the request, I'm willing to look the other way if one of them decides to take you up on the offer. Only, I can't think of a suitable candidate off the top of my head. Who do I know with a mastery of goldsmithing that would also have no qualms about relocating to Earthenshire? Oh yeah, Jean Fontaine. Tom Fontaine. One of those. We met him on the ship over. That Eorzean goldsmith, what about him? It's all coming together. You mean Fontaine? He did say he was employed at some fancy jewelry store across the salt. Yeah, at Ul'dah. And considering the distance he's already come, I'd like to think he wouldn't mind moving a little up the river. I mean, maybe. That logic does make sense, but I guess it depends on the person. They could either say, I'm tired of moving around, or, yeah, what's a little further north or wherever they are. That said, he's only just got himself a new job. Is it too soon to ask him to sign a pot pact? There's no harm in making the offer. Once he hears how well the Potsworn are treated, he may even jump at the chance. Either way, you won't find Fontaine at his workbench at this hour. He's finished for the day, probably enjoying a meal over at Chevalier of Tier. The tacos! We need the tacos! We still have not had tacos yet. I'm very upset about that. Then maybe we should go and talk to him, just you and me, since he knows us. Wouldn't want him to feel intimidated by having to deal with a crowd of new faces. Yeah, good idea. The two of us can handle this. Take a rest at the cabins if you like. Right, let's go and see a man about a pot. Gonna see a man about his pot, huh? Gonna see a man about his pot, huh? Auntie's Tacos. Man, that sounds like a legit business that you would find in the real world. Okay, here. So let's go back to the marketplace. There you are. What you eating? Oh, looks like you're done. We can just have the sauces. Oh, Odd, you're here too. The third promise said she wanted to chat. I just finished eating, so shall we find a quiet spot outside? You know, like, I like those touches. I like that you can see that there's no food, and then the character, like, affirms that with, like, yeah, I just finished eating. Like, I don't know, I just love those realistic details like that. It's so cool. The last time we talked on this beach, you were in a miserable state. Yes, I was, wasn't I? A lost soul, until the two of you came along and helped me rediscover my purpose. Yeah, that was so long ago. That was like maybe 12 hours ago. My new place of employment has been most welcoming, and for the first time in a long time, I feel content with my lot in life. Well, boy, do we have an offer for you. That's wonderful. So, what is it you wish to discuss? Well, it's hard to ask this right after you've settled in, but I'm looking for someone to become a potsworn. Ah, I've heard my new colleagues mention the term. That's when an artisan signs a contract to work for the moblins, isn't it? But you're not a moblin. I'm not sure I understand. It's for a feat in the right of succession. I need to bring a new potsworn to Earthenshire. So that is the way of it. We've barely met, and after pushing you to work at Wachumeki Meki, I'm now demanding you throw that away and sign a pot pact instead. It's a selfish request, I know. I have something to tell you, Third Promise. The other day, I completed the necessary procedures for immigration. I'm pleased to say I am now an official subject of Filiolao. Hey, good for you. I have since endeavored to learn what I can of my new nation, beginning with the right of succession and its claimants, including you, of course. Now, you will recall it was my father's example which led me to pursue goldsmithing. He was at East End when Garlean forces laid siege to the settlement, and in the ensuing chaos, he was slain. War took him from me in an instant, the man I loved and admired. I never wish to suffer such a loss again. And so, as much as I am indebted to you for turning my life around, it is as a fellow peace-loving Tuliolan that I want you to win the throne. If I can help you achieve that by signing a pot pact, then I shall gladly do so. Yeah, we're very fortunate that we have someone who's absolutely willing to help us out and make this huge life change. Because I would also understand if he said, no, like, I got a good place here and, contract work, it's got its own issues, but, he's helping us out. Fonchampagne, thank you. I shall return to Master Rupley and inform him of my decision. Allow me. I'm the reason you're leaving, so I should be the one to deliver the news. Now, I can only hope that Fonchampagne, is guaranteed a job, because, and this applies to real life as well, that you don't leave one job without having another job, set up and ready for you. Sometimes you can't help it, but that's generally the best approach. Hello. Perhaps you remember me. Brook Ivu, owner of Chevalier Thier. Yeah. I'd like a word if you don't mind. You're Wuklamat's ally from across the salt, right? And a hero of some renown, too, if the gossip's to be believed. Well, as it so happens, I could use some heroic help. It doesn't need to be right now, but could you come by when you have a spare moment? Ooh, side quest. I kinda wanna do it now. Much appreciated. I'll be waiting for you at my shop then. You can now gain access to Roll Quest, speak with Brook Evu as Chevalier Thiet, and pursue new adventures as you progress through the Rite of Succession. Yeah, neat. I wonder how long it'll take, though. Because I don't want to cram this episode with too much. But, okay, it looks like we can finish up with Wuklamot, because we got the green check mark. And then we can check with, uncouth customers. And then we can check with Brook Evu. Let's see. Wachimeki Meki. Alright. Back to Rockley. And Wuklamot. And Fonjonting. Oh. Master Rockley, I'm sorry to have to tell you this, but Fonjontain has agreed to sign the pot pact, yes? While it is a shame to lose a capable goldsmith, to have one of our own hand-picked to serve the third promise is a great honor for Wachimeki Meki. I appreciate your understanding. Of course, if you happen to know other talented artisans, regardless of their expertise, I hope you send them my way. It could even be yourself, if you're so inclined. I'll keep that in mind. Though my time here was brief, I will not forget your kindness, Master Opley. I am blessed to have these workshops be my first home in Filiolel. Come back to us if the moblins cut you loose. You'll always have a job at Wachimeki Meki. That's nice. I expect you'll want to leave for Earthenshire as soon as possible. I'll go and pack my things. What became of Fonjontain? Were you able to find him? We did, and he's agreed to become a potsworn. We'll leave when he's ready, but you still have a little time. Splendid. We shall meet you anon. I had plenty of reasons to win the contest, but now I have one more. Fonjontain's putting his faith in me, and I won't let him down. Alright. You may now unlock deliveries for Wachimeki Meki. Speak to Rupley and pursue new endeavors as you progress through the rite of succession. Deliveries, are they like the Grand Company ones? Okay, so we can talk to Wuklamot and continue with the next quest. We can't do his yet, but let's see. Okay, I'll have to do a side quest for that. Ah, we can get new leggings. Cool. Alright, so we'll do that real quick. Yeah, those look cool too. Alright. Okay. Right then, I have some things to take care of at the palace. While you can pass the time however you like, I'd suggest you head back to the cabins. After all, even heroes need to rest, and we still have a big journey ahead of us. Alright. So where are we heading next? All the way here. Yeah, to the cabins. Alright. Bashikwa? Bashekwa. Welcome back, madam. You've had a Landsguard messenger most anxiously awaiting your return. Odd of the Third Promise's entourage? I've been all over the city looking for you. The Dawn servant summons you to the palace. You are to present yourself to the gate guard stationed outside Sunperch at your earliest convenience. Oh, and one more thing. You are not to mention this visit to Wuklamot. Oh? Interesting. Okay. So it looks like we're going to be speaking with the Dawn servant alone, Gulu Jaja. So what the name of this quest tells me, A Father First, is that he may ask us to do something for Wuklamot that goes beyond his like Dawn servant role, but as a father, you know. Also, this NPC is lit up, and that means that we're gonna have a fight. So let's do it. The Dawn servant awaits you within. While I was not informed of the reason for your audience, in terms of attire, I would suggest full battle regalia. Actually, does he want to fight us and like test our ability? That'd be cool. Item level 655. What are we again? 42. Well, if anything, sometimes they like... If anything, they give you an option to make things easier if you have to. But let's give it a try.
Forgive me this sudden summons. When I learned my daughter's champion was back in the city, I couldn't resist the opportunity.
There it is. Just like with the Stinian. That's a cool shot.
And they call me head of resolve for good reason. Old as I am, I have not lost a battle worthy of the name since the day I took the throne. And I've been craving a proper challenge. The lance wielder, Stinian, he fought well enough, but our bout was ended before a victor could be decided.
Yeah, we had walked in during that fight.
Judging by the sailors' gossip, you are a warrior of renown in your homeland. Yet I wonder, with all your deeds done and victories won, are you warrior enough to stand against me?
Oh, this is exciting. Why don't we find out? So long as neither of us gets too carried away, I'm not interested in fighting you. Yeah, let's try. Why don't we find out?
A spirited answer. Why not indeed?
Hey,
The battle
we got the
rages
Dawntrail
upon
theme
me.
playing.
I'll stop short of killing you, of course. But expect no other mercies. Come! Ready your arms and show me the truth of the tales.
I think we saw this in the trailer too. Yeah, let's go.
Give it your all! I want to fight to remember!
See how this goes.
Let's test the waters.
Oh, that was fast too. Yeah, like not a lot of time to react to that.
You can do better than that.
Cool. Alright. So far, so good.
Have you ever fought a viper?
I probably have. I've probably fought a lot of vipers. By that you mean
Let's
snakes.
see how you handle this.
Okay, that looks like it's gonna spin. Oh. Okay, so you gotta stand where the blades are. Oh, then that one's blue. Huh, interesting. Trying to figure out the moves.
The spearman did not lie. Very well then.
Oh. Oh.
Resolve and reason kingdom. All right.
Yeah, because they're sleeping. Let's sprint. This is fun.
Did you think you had my measure? Take this! Still holding up?
Oh, what's this? Oh. Oh, it's the way that I get pushed. Okay.
We're far from finished.
Oh, you got ads too. Okay, looks like maybe we stay on this side. Yeah. It's good to stay in the center. Yeah, that way you can just sidestep.
No more holding back. Stay alert.
Okay, I guess we need to avoid that. Just doing some healing here. I don't know what to expect, honestly. I'm just going with emotions. Okay, so you're there. Okay, I think we need to stay here. And then here... Oh. Stay here. Yeah. Okay, I'm getting it.
You fight well indeed.
Maybe this way. Yeah, okay. So you get kicked in that direction. That's cool. Alright, you got your blades. Maybe if I go behind you. Oh. What are you gonna do next, huh? What you got next? Oh boy. That hurt. Okay, now you're doing that thing. Okay, you're right there. Yeah, I'm not sure how to read that, honestly. That's okay. Yeah, so these falling things. Oh, you know, maybe... Okay, I think I know what's going on. The bars, not the bars, the red circles that show up, that's where things are gonna land, like, later on. It's just more delayed than I can anticipate. Okay, there's a 2 and a 1. Oh, so that means you're gonna go first there and then there. Okay, that's what the 1 and 2 orbs means. Got it. We got this. It's really just a matter of learning the moves. Okay. The ad is there. stay over here. And then over here. I think good. What do you got? What do you got? Yeah, like, okay, so those are like where they're gonna land. So you gotta remember where they're gonna go. Which is hard to remember exactly. Okay, and then point the arrow to where you want to get thrown to, basically. Away from the flames if possible. Oh wait. Okay, number one. Oh, yeah, I fucked it up. It's okay. Okay. We're doing okay.
You really are formidable.
Thank you. They don't call me the warrior of light for nothing. Alright. Now they're gonna choose a side. Okay, good. Stay away from them. This is a good spot. Okay, now.
Now we'll see
Let's see. Because I don't know if there's really a place to go. Okay. They go there, and then we go here. And then, stay away from those. Oh. Oh god. That was a lot of damage. I'm not really sure how to avoid those pillars. Oh, we're close too. It's gonna keep going. Okay, let's see what happens. But we're not dead. There we go, okay. I'm tapping as hard as I can. Ah, fuck. Ah, we did it, okay. Oh my god.
That will do.
Woo.
You've shown me more than enough.
The mashing is like what gets you. But we did it.
I brought my full strength to bear against opponents before, but you are the first to withstand it. Even with my head of reason asleep, I never expected you to give me so much trouble. Estinian did not exaggerate. You are a force to be reckoned with.
Okay, Odd, you can put the sword away.
Now, a confession. I said I crave a challenge, and that was no lie. But I had another reason for calling you here. I had to judge for myself if you were fit to attend my beloved daughter.
Will you let me marry your daughter?
In some respects, she is much like me. Hot-headed and prone to rush into danger. But one with your adamant defense could shield Lamati from those who would do her harm. Will you hear my question and answer me plainly? Address me not as the ruler of Tuliola, but a concerned father.
As a father, yeah.
Thank you. Then tell me, given your journey together thus far, what is your impression of Lamati? Whether it be as third promise or just a companion on the road. Speak your mind.
She is young but has potential. She is not ready to rule. We're gonna go with the first one. She has potential. We believe in Wiklamat.
Ha! A tactful response, but agreed. She is not ready for the throne. Not yet.
Yeah, so he was gonna say that anyway.
Lamati thinks she understands our many peoples, their histories, their cultures, their beliefs. But she knows only what she's seen in the capital. And it's not only her who concerns me. Even this early in the contest, you must have realized. As potential rulers, all four claimants are lacking.
Yeah, you could say that.
This is why I elected to hold the right of succession. Not to choose a fitting candidate, but to cultivate one.
Yeah, so like none of them are ready for the throne, but the right of succession is going to help make them, or one of them, worthy of the throne.
And if no one has impressed me by the end of it, then to no one will I yield my throne. As a parent, I pray that my children rise to the occasion. With outsiders dragged into my game, I am also hopeful that the different perspectives you and your companions have to offer will inspire them to grow. I imagine you in particular have traveled many lands, know many peoples and cultures, loved them and being loved in turn. Guide Lamati as you think best. Walk at her side and, when needed, push her to walk ahead.
I knew it.
Here she is.
There I was, about to sit down for some of Namika's cooking, when I heard that Papa had sent for you. You were dueling behind my back, weren't you?
Yes.
I see there is no point in denying it. You needn't worry, daughter. I took care not to inflict lasting injuries. You and your ally may return to the contest without disadvantage. No harm done.
I swear, just as I was learning newfound respect for my father. Let's take our leave of this battle-mad oaf before he calls on the rest of my entourage.
Yeah, so basically wants us to watch over Wiklamat.
Watch over her,
Yeah,
champion.
literally. Cool. The plot thickens.
Kona's recruits are no less sharp, as one might expect of Galof's countrymen. They saw the flaws in our claimants from the outset.
Galif is Kryle's grandfather, I think, if I recall correctly.
The other two, though, they dismiss comrades willing to point out their shortcomings, and no good can come of it.
Alright. Hey, girl. If he had his way, Papa would keep dueling until the day he dies. Even now, I know of only 3 people who didn't need to be carried away after their bouts. Zoralja, your lance-wielding friend Estinian, and yourself. You really do live up to your fearsome reputation. I'm curious, though. Did Papa want anything else of you? A small favor, nothing more, just a sparring partner. Yeah, I will say that with this game, that when they do give you dialogue options, they don't often feel very meaningful because the same result plays out either way. Sometimes you'll have moments where you feel like saying this certain thing, but otherwise it's like, you know, doesn't really matter. Just a sparring partner, or we can say a small favor, which was, you know, to watch over her, but she doesn't need to know that, so I don't know, we'll just go with this. Well, if that's all it was. Alright. Let's see if we need to recruit. Not recruit, put on. It is. Okay. So, we'll do this, move these, change this, and cast a glamour for these. And then we'll have to put on the material later. Wilkema thinks it's time to gather our allies for the road ahead. I still haven't had one bite of Namika's food thanks to Papa's nonsense, so I'm gonna go back to finish my plate before I head out. I've otherwise asked everyone to meet at the Ferrard cabins. Come and join us after you've had a moment to recover, eh? You got it. And wait here. Sorry to keep everyone waiting. Is that it? You're all set to go? I left Eorzea prepared to travel in search of work, so I had few belongings to begin with. Bidding farewell to my fellow artisans took rather a lot of time, however. Again, I appreciate you making this commitment, Fonfontaine. Shall we depart for Earthenshire, then? A word before you go. Who's this? Wook Ivu, what are you doing here? Oh yeah, this guy. Ah! I spent my days correcting manners, and here I am perpetrating the grave offense of delaying the third promise's departure. She's like, don't you start. Please, take up your axe and rend my flesh onto taco meat. Must your demands be so gruesome? Besides, I told you, that kind of thing doesn't bother me. Alright then, I won't let it bother me either. What was that all about? I'd come to the city to purchase supplies when I spotted your entourage getting ready to leave. You seek the City of Gold, if I'm not mistaken. That's right. It's the final step of the rite of succession. If you know anything about the subject, I'd love to hear it. Then allow me to be of service. As you know, legends of the Golden City have been passed down in Tural for 1,000 years. Yet when it comes to describing the place itself, the stories do not always agree. Some portray it as one might expect, a glittering metropolis of golden towers. Others suggest it is more unassuming and owes the name to a fabulous treasure hidden at its heart. Every telling, however, has a common thread. Those who go in search of the Golden City do not return. The lesson to be learned from this third promise is that to seek the legend is to court death. I must implore you to proceed with the utmost care. That is all I wish to say. I shall pray for your safe journey. Thank you, Wokevu. What are we to make of these cautionary tales? If every expedition has ended in tragedy, how then did the Dawn Servant find the city and return without incident? It seems the legend originated with the Yokoi. Speaking with them remains our strongest lead, I feel. Yeah, they're the giants. A lead we shall follow in time. But first, let us see Fonjontaine safely into the Moblin's care. Meanwhile, in Cozamalca, looks like Zorosha and
Finding a
Sarilja.
willing artisan was even easier than expected. Many indeed are eager to curry favor with the Resilian sun, especially if it means sharing the promise of new territories.
Those who prove useful will have all the land they desire.
Such generous words, yet the manner in which he speaks them. If neither wealth nor territory are of value, wherefore does he seek to bring the world to heel?
Yeah, so in other words, he wants to rule the world of Zoralja, but why? Why does he want to rule the world if it's not for wealth or territory? I guess we'll find out. But I have my eyes on Sarilja, the servant, because I feel like he has ulterior motives himself.
Step aside. Remind me. There was no rule against poaching craftsmen from other claimants. Was there?
Okay, well, they said no coercion, basically. They have to do it willingly.
Do not be foolish, Bakul Jaja.
Foolish would be carrying on with these dull feats when all I need to win are the keystones. And besides, it's long past time I humble this arrogant one-head. The Dawn Servant may have sired you against all odds, but there is nothing blessed about your birth. Only a two-head is fit to rule. Only we are worthy. Draw your weapon! Face me in battle, and learn your place.
Oh, it's getting real.
A moment, first promise. Leave him alive, if you would. I foresee a use for this nuisance.
Yeah, see, like he's calling the shots here. There's something more to this.
Too scared to make the first move? Then allow me!
He used the handle. That could have been a stab. He was just sending a message.
But he's just a runt.
My thanks for your restraint.
I can kill him whenever I please.
Your part in this is far from over.
This is interesting. Very interesting. We're back, and we've brought with us a willing coxswain. This is Fonjontain, a talented goldsmith who once worked at Estame's Aesthetics in Ul'dah. Wonderful! Impressive! You are first to return, Third Promise. And with an artisan from across the salt, no less. We welcome you and your unique skills to Earthenshire. Helphand will show you to the workpot. This is it then. I look forward to hearing you proclaimed Dawn Servant. Thank you, Fonjontain. I'll be sure not to disappoint you. You have reached met the requirements of the Feat of Pots. Redrock presents your keystone with joy smiles and well-wishing. Nice! Got another keystone. Nom nom. God, those nails. That makes 3. Here are the others. Fuck off. More Potsworn candidates? Come, come, tell Redrock your tales. Yeah, I wonder how Kona, Thancred, and Ryanje recruited theirs. And Zoralja and Sarilja too. Another feat accomplished. Another keystone acquired. Oh ho ho ho, you are doing well. I expected nothing less of Zoralja's esteemed siblings. Your cleverness in particular is most admirable, Second Promise. We must have you apply that Charlean knowledge you so cherish and arm Tural with weapons of Magitech design. In your role as the new Dawn Servant's chief advisor, of course. The tools of war hold no interest for me. I wish only to improve our nation through practical innovations. Foreign powers will think twice about testing our strength once Duliolal is known for its advanced technology. Just as the Garlean Empire was deterred from invading Charlean. Just as the Garlean Empire was deterred from invading Charlean. That may well be true, but how long will it take Duliolal to progress to this advanced state? How many years? With a collective commitment to education and hard work, it should not take so very... Your way is too slow. Easier to expand our territory and swallow Charlean whole. Conquer other nations through force of arms and you're looking at a future of uprisings and bloodshed. Yours wouldn't be the first failed empire. Then we keep fighting, until the mounting costs convince them to lay down their weapons, until all have grown tired of loss. How would such an outcome bring anyone joy? What you propose is a mockery of peace. Redrock is reminded of days long ago. In the time before Thuliolao, there were no pot packs for the potsworn. It was normal to grab snatch artisans and force them to work for mobbies. Until the day Gulul Jaja arrived, the families of the grab snatched pleaded with him, and so he came to Earthenshire. Mobbies are not a war-make people. We feared death had come for us, but Gulul Jaja just wanted to talk. Be at ease. We are here to trade words, not blows. Yeah, this was before you went to sleep. The gold work crafted in this village is superb. One can tell at a glance the quality of materials used, the mastery of technique employed. Yet it does not stir the heart. A goblet shaped by bound hands and broken spirit is devoid of luster. Compare that now to the works of a joyful artisan. She pours her very soul into her creations, and they shine like the newly risen sun. Have you not seen this to be true? And so began the custom of good living. Happy potsworn make good works, and good works make mobbies happy. Gulu Jaja's words were wise. Joy smiles did indeed bring fine craft and much jingly shine. So the head of reason was behind the forging of pot packs. Yes, reason and clever think changed Mobby's way of life. The first promise tires of your talk of olden days. He would rather look to the future and the next feat. We should be getting on as well. But Kul Jaja never did come back, did he? Yeah, Zaraja kicked his ass. Do you have a moment, Third Promise? Rakarok would repay you for hand-helping with Kahe. He brings a tale of the Golden City. Really? I'd love to hear it. The towers, the streets, all fashioned from gold. Everywhere you look, every splendor you can imagine. The young, the old, and everyone in between. They live in golden happiness, a city of eternal bliss, forever perched above the clouds. Everything fashioned from gold, eh? And just imagine everyone living in golden happiness. Now that's a city I'd like to visit. I don't know, sounds too good to be true. Excuse me, Rakarok, where did you hear that particular tale? From our longtime Yokoi friends. They live up in the mountains in Orkopacha. The giants again. Seems everything is pointing us their way. This feat and everything leading up to it has taught me much about the Moblin way of life. I'll be sad to leave Earthenshire and your joy smiles behind. Alright. That's another trial down. Alright, and then talking to you, what does that say? Right, we should go and see the giants next. Agreed. Golden mysteries notwithstanding, their village is featured prominently in the saga and is not to be ignored. The Orkobacha Highlands should be easy enough to reach from here. If we leave Earthenshire from the west, there's a road which leads up into the mountains. Let's find that first. Cool. Alright everyone, so that's going to do it for this episode. Next time we're going to go to Orkobacha and speak with the giants and learn more about the City of Gold and see where the rest of the story goes. So thank you so much for being here with me. If you enjoyed this, like and subscribe for more. Remember to save your progress, and I will see you in the next video.